Welcome to Geek Shuffle, and now for something completely different. This will be not a new series in the main line continuum, but a single intro video to Warhammer box. As you can see, it's a Warhammer 40k Combat Patrol box. I have been doing a bit of Warhammer for the last 20 years. And I got this as a birthday present this year. I just finished a large Warhammer project, but I started that before I started this channel over almost a year ago. And I thought it might be interesting to follow along. I won't be doing live paintings. I don't have the setup for it, and it takes too long and editing and all that. But I might do progress videos on Fridays once in a while, every couple of months maybe. This will be taking a long time, and there might be a couple of Warhammer viewers or somebody who might be interested in stuff like this. So it will be an offshoot. It won't be in the main video rotation. Just this one video where I show off a box and what is in it, and talk a bit about Warhammer stuff. I am not a Warhammer player. I don't have any friends. I don't have any Warhammer friends, and I don't live anywhere near a club where I can play Warhammer. But I am a painter. I like painting Warhammer. I'm not especially good at it, but I like painting as a hobby. So I might make a diorama just like I do with the Lego. I got this box, and I might do that as a hobby, side hobby, over a long period of time. This is a Combat Patrol is a starter set in one of the factions in Warhammer. I will add the prices in the video, regional prices, because they fluctuate a bit, and I can't remember what they are in the US and the EU. And as you can see, we have a lot of different figures in this. The Combat Patrols and the starter sets and the larger boxes have the are preferential if you want to get into collecting sets like a faction, because you get a collection of items, and they are somewhat cheaper. You save 30 to 40%, I think, per figure. They are pretty expensive for pieces of plastic. That is always a discussion. It is a pretty expensive hobby. Then you have to buy brushes and paints and stuff on top of that. And in this set, refocus on the back, we get some. I think it's 10 battle sisters. These are as it was said on the front, Adepta Sororitas, the battle nuns from Warhammer. So we get 10 battle sisters. We got a Repentia Superior and Sisters Repentia. She got a whip, and we got some chainsaws and stuff. We got a Canoness, which is a sergeant of sorts. We got some Arco Flagellants, which is some self-punishment people. We got some hover jetpack nuns, Seraphim squad. We got a penitent engine, again one of these flagellant guys, but in a mech suit, pretty exposed. I'm not how safe this is, but these nuns, they believe a lot in divine punishment. And then we got a Sororitas Rhino tank. These Rhino tanks are part of the Holy Church of Terra, and all of Terra that is the Earth, has a lot of factions. all protecting the Holy Emperor of Man. And they all use the same tank design in different variants. And the Holy Church is the church faction, has a couple of factions, and then there are the Space Marines, which are the Space Marines have a lot of groups, all in different colors to make them easy to stand out. But let's get this open and see what is inside. I'm not, of course, not going to start assembling anything. We're just going to look inside and see what you get in the box today. And then if I continue this, you will get progress reports on Friday in smaller Friday videos over several months, I would think. So we've got a nice box. We've got a manual with instructions, assembly instructions, and you will need files, and pliers, and glue and stuff. It is if you have children that want to do this, they might need parental advisory or something like that. It is pretty fiddly, and if you have arthritis, whatever, the finger issues, if you have finger issues, it might be a bit problematic. But the manuals are pretty helpful. A lot of small details, but I'll get into this once. And then you have some painting guides. You can, if you want to stick to. There are online. There are law-friendly guides to how the color scheme should be, but there are suggestions. And if you don't care about law, again, you can go your own way. We have the bases for the figures that you can personalize as you desire. We have the floaty stands for the characters that float. That is still the best way to do that, unless you want to do something with wires or something. We have, I think this is for the tank. The tank. Maybe the canoness. More tank. But yeah, we get a lot of definitely a lot of different sorts of plastic, and just getting these out of these sprues takes hours, and you need to clean up every little piece you cut out with a small knife or file, depending on how good you are at that kind of thing. So you might get some small cuts. Definitely. In this stage, I normally have some bandages laying around. But yeah, it is a hobby that requires a bit of work. The project I just finished was Blackstone Fortress, the board game from Warhammer, which had 42. I think it is 42 miniatures. This has 26. I think it took me around 150 hours to paint. We got a bigger base for the larger mech figure, and we got transfer sheets that you use a bit of water, and then you can transfer it over to the figure. I'll get into that if we get to it. So you get a bit of stuff in a box for the. I think it is $100, $120 maybe, around that point. I did add that earlier in the video. But yeah, I do find Warhammer. The universe is deeply interesting, and of course they have made a lot of video games, um, and a bunch of people play the game, of course. Otherwise, they wouldn't still make the figures. And I like the painting aspect of it. There are a lot of ways to get into the Warhammer universe, and I really like a lot of the video games. I recently played the XCOM variant and stuff. So definitely a lot of ways. And I also opened the cards on this channel. If you haven't looked at that, go back and watch my card opening video. I really like those cards as well. So we might see more of this in a off side project on this channel. It will not take up space. I only added it in this month because this month has extra weeks, so it won't mess with the release schedule. I still have the same amount of anime cards and all the other stuff in this month. I hope this was interesting to somebody, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.